Dr. Biko Sankofa, hail from Washington, D.C., and I'm here to continue the development of S.O.W farm for agribusiness development and economic development in Sierra Leone. Well, the training today is something that I've done at the university level with my psychology students, and is to really assist my students in understanding the creation process. The creation process is how you manifest a reality, manifest an objective or an intention for your life, purpose. And sometimes most people don't believe that they can achieve a particular ultimate intention or goal in their life. And my workshop is to help them break it down into the various parts that will outline the steps to create the intention. Well, I think one of the biggest problems that we face, not just students in this workshop, but I think people around the world, is a type of self-defeating position that we put ourselves in, that we think that we cannot create our ultimate intention for ourselves. I think one of the biggest challenge is getting out of our own way in the creation process, because we are born into a world, into a family, into a community. We are born with a particular gender, we are born with a particular color, and we believe that in some instances that limits us in the creation process. And the essence of the workshop is to inform people that the creation process is not between them and the color of their skin, but the creation process is between them and the conspiracy that they have with source energy, with that which created the heavens and the earth. So if you align yourself with source energy, making that connection back to the source of all creation, it puts you in a better place in the creation process. Well, one of the things is that we look at our present circumstances, and we let our present circumstances define us. Our present circumstances are limited, but the creation process is limitless. So sometimes we have to tap into the abundant vibration of limitlessness, rather than the limited vibration of poverty, of scarcity, of the type of many challenges that we face just being a human being. So I would say one of the biggest challenges is to get out of our way, stop paying attention to what we see, and believe in the things that we don't see but we can really create. What I want the audience to know is that because we are creators, we cannot not create. Because we are creators, we cannot not create. Therefore, in every aspect of our existence, as we wake and as we take breath, we create. The fact that we are not conscious all the time that we are creators allows some of us to create a life that we don't want. Because we oftentimes think a certain way, speak a certain way, and commit ourselves to certain rituals and practices that after years and years of committing ourselves to these rituals, these practices, these ways of living, we create a reality. We create and manifest our life. So we want to come to the place of conscious creation. Conscious creation is one where we think a certain way, we speak a certain way, and we act a certain way to create the objective that we say we want for our life. And therefore, being conscious how we think every day, being conscious how we speak every day, and being conscious how we act every day are the three elements by which we create and manifest reality. Now, when we have a perfect correlation between how we think, how we speak, and how we behave, we create a greater probability of manifesting the reality. So let's say you want to create wealth in your life. You have to think already, I am wealthy. You cannot think I am poor, because poor and wealth do not have the same vibration. And to be able to attract wealth into your life, you must already vibrate wealth. What does that mean? That in spite of the circumstances that you see around you, you give thanks for the little bit that you have with the expectation to bring forth more. That when you see someone who is in greater need than yourself, it's okay to give them a little something. Because if you are a wealthy man, it does not hurt you to give them a little something. But when you believe that you are poor and you're poorly stricken, the little bit that you have, you hold on to it tightly. And when you hold on to something tightly, you actually lose it faster. But when you open up yourself to give of it freely, it comes back to you 10 times over.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing peculiar about Sierra Leone. Is a number of different factors and circumstances that led me to Sierra Leone. I probably cannot even speak to all of them. Maybe it's just where I was supposed to be. Obviously, initially, a cousin of mine married a Sierra Leonean young lady, and through that family relationship, I made a visit to Sierra Leone. And through that visit to Sierra Leone, a number of different things happened, whereby I ended up acquiring land. And then with that land acquisition, I started to develop a food processing facility to get into agribusiness. And so I would say through that family connection, through that family marriage, is how I somewhat ended up in Sierra Leone. More permanently, I traveled to many other African countries, but because of the family relationship is why I probably ended up in Sierra Leone a little bit more permanently. I am not sure about anything. To be honest, that is not my place. My place is as an intermediary to give a certain type of knowledge and experience to someone else and let them take that ball and take it down the field and make a goal. For me to say that it's going to produce this particular results is arrogant. Life is something that is certain but uncertain, and it all depends on the mindset of the individual that you're working with. Some people listen to my program, take it to heart, take it very seriously. The next day it changes their life and they commit themselves to certain choices that produce a certain outcome. Other people take it as something I'm just saying and it goes in one ear and out the other. And they wake up the next day and they commit themselves to the same ritual, practices, and behaviors that end up giving them the same results. That has nothing to do with me. The whole process of learning has to do with you taking in what you have learned and incorporate it into your life and decide that you are going to commit yourself to hard work. Those hard work turns into a ritualistic way of being. The ritual of hard work is what produces the results, not a good idea or a brilliant business concept. Everybody has those, but not everyone commits themselves to the ritual of hard work. After lunch, going into tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. So at the end, what you're going to create is a vision board. The vision board is something that a lot of people create the vision board differently. Some people go to the magazine and they cut out the picture of the house that they want to live. They cut out the picture of the family that they want to have. Just an image. They cut out the picture of the money that they want to save. Cut out the picture of the type of life or health that you want to have. So the vision board is something that you take, put it on a sheet of paper like this, and you just cut out the images that you want to see, right? So you get yourself a newspaper, or you get yourself a magazine, or you get yourself whatever, you cut it out, and you put it there. And you put in, you said in the next 10 years, or I will create this in the next whatever period of time. I can't determine it for you. It must be realistic. If you are here, you can't get to here like that. You have to be realistic. I always tell my students 10 years. Give yourself 10 years to amass the fortune that you want. Now, if you're a really good creator, you can create it tomorrow. Because creation has nothing to do with time. You understand what I'm saying? Creation has nothing to do with time. But because you are a human being, it takes longer for you to be spirit. I don't know if you guys understand that. Because spirit creates like this. The magic of spirit is like that. But because you have taken on flesh, you've forgotten how to create like that. So it takes us longer in human form to create. But some of you all are expert creators who just don't know. You understand? Some of you all are master creators. You have some people who are master creators. And some people, they take a longer time to create the same thing. And that's why you see certain people, and they seem to always have money. Have you guys noticed that with certain people in your life, certain friends, certain family, or certain people you know of, they always seem to be making money? Have you all noticed that about anyone? Have you noticed that about anyone? They are master creators of wealth. And you've noticed with certain people, they always seem to find the boyfriend that they want. They always seem to have some good-looking boyfriend, you know, that they're dating. Have you guys noticed that with certain women? Yeah. Now, it may not last long.
Yeah.
But they always seem to be attracting good-looking men or nice men and so on and so forth. They are master creators when it comes to relationships. Certain people are master creators. They don't even know what they're doing, but they're creating it really fast. Certain people are creating for money. Some people are lucky. We call it lucky. It's really not luck. Some people are lucky with money. They create it. They lose it because they don't know how to manage it. They don't know how to save it. They don't know how to turn it into wealth. You make money, but wealth is different than money. Wealth is something you pass on to your children. Money is something that you spend to buy your food. But that doesn't mean you're going to have it next year. You understand? So the difference between everyone is creating, but not everyone is creating what they want. So this program is trying to teach you how to become a conscious creator. Conscious creator. And the way that you become a conscious creator is you make a correlation, a relationship between how you think, how you speak, and how you behave. And you have to get this down for like 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, 5 years. Think in a certain way, speak in a certain way, act in a certain way. That's the magic wand. As soon as you deviate, as soon as you break up the thinking, I am rich, and speaking, I am bringing forth wealth, and then waking up every single day and committing yourself to whatever work you have to do to bring the wealth in, until you break away from that, it stops the creation process. You understand? So give me an example in regards to your intentions. Give me for a minute. All right, what's your name? David. All right, so David, there's 3 elements by which you create your reality. There are 3 elements. You know what I mean by 3 elements? There are 3 steps how you create your reality tomorrow. How you think, how you speak, and how you behave. How you think, how you speak, and how you behave. So thoughts, speech, words, action. How you think, how you speak, and how you act. There must be a perfect correlation. What do I mean by a perfect? You guys know math, you know correlation? A correlation is a relationship, right? A correlation is a relationship. So the way I think must also correlate with the way that I speak. I cannot be thinking I am rich and then saying I am poor. The words I am poor does not go along with I am thinking I am rich. You understand? And then you can't say I am rich, thinking I am rich, saying to your friends, yeah, I don't have it in my bank right now, I'm a rich man. And then when you get a little bit of money from your paycheck, the first thing you do, you go out and you buy a brand new pair of shoes. You are a consumer, you are not an investor. You are a consumer. All you're doing is making the Lebanese guy rich. He is developing wealth. You are consuming, you are spending. You understand? So give me an indication of thoughts, words, and actions in correlation with each other based on something you want to create. Okay, What do you want to see in the next 10 years?
The next 10 years.
Okay. So he said in the next 10 years he wants to be a rich man. That's not a ultimate intention. Say it again in a concrete way. It has to be a way that if I see him in 10 years, I can measure it quantitatively. Do you know what quantitative means? Quantitative means that I can actually measure it. It's not a fantasy, it's real. I can actually go to your bank, I can look into your bank account, and I can see it, that it's there. That's quantifiable. I have quantified, verified the fact that in 10 years, you created what? Rich man is a concept. Rich man could mean that he's rich in love. He got a lot of girlfriends. Rich man could be he's rich in his health. He's always healthy. He's rich in health. Rich man could be that he's rich in regards to his career is doing well. He's getting good promotions. You are rich in regards to your career. It doesn't mean that you're rich in love. So when you say you are a rich man, I would, even over money, I would want good health. Because with good health, I can live a good life. But it doesn't mean I'm going to have money in my bank account. So when you make your statement, you have to give it a concrete. That means something that I can see. So when you say don't say I want to be a rich man. I want to be someone in 10 years that has 1.5 million in my bank, US. That's taking it from abstract to concrete. Because now you have an exact number, you have an exact, right? You use the word I am, I'm poor, I'm stupid, I'm rich, I'm good looking, I'm ugly. You use that, the I am, right? So if you remember again, going from the Judeo-Christian religion, when, and you guys, I don't know who's Christian, but you can correct me, I'm not 100% perfect. When, I think it was Abraham or Muhammad, when Abraham went up onto the mountain because he saw the burning bush, right? Guys, he saw the burning bush, right? When he went onto Mount Sinai or wherever it was, and it was a burning bush, and then he says to the burning bush, "Who are you? What is this?" And the burning bush said, "I what? I am the great I am. I am that what I am." So when you use the I am, it uses the name. Yeah, someone has to say something in the back? Huh? What's that? Speak up. You about to say something? Yeah, please speak, but speak loudly so we can all hear you.
Okay. In 10 years' time, I want to be a multi-billionaire to build a boutique in various communities to employ young women like me and to pay them actually they will be able to take care of their family.
Excellent. 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 All right. So, and she said, I want, or I am, I'm going to do this. So I'm making the connection to where the I am becomes a praise or a curse, because you're using the name of divine source and when you make your declaration. So when I think was it Abraham went up to the mountain because he saw a burning bush.
Moses.
There you go. Moses went up to the mountain because he saw a burning bush. And when he spoke to the burning bush, he said, "Who are you? What should I call you?" The burning bush said, "I am the great I am." Right? I am that what I am the great I am. Then we take that name, I am, and then we curse ourselves. So you're taking that which I am, the great I am, which all of us are. We are all piece and part of the great I am. So therefore, when you take the word I am and say, I am poor, You are making a declaration and you're putting the stamp of God on it. So what else can you see other than poverty? Because when you make that type of a relationship commitment to source energy has to give you that which you say you are. That is the covenant. That is the commitment. That is the contract. Whether you know it or not, that is the contract. Once you declare it in my name, I must give it to you. Even though it takes 10 years, somewhere along the line, I must give it to you. So when you say, I am poor, I am this, I am that, you put the stamp and seal of the commitment of the contract, and then you start to see it in your life. And that's why we are going to change the contract. In this program, we are going to rewrite the contract based on conscious creation. So what you're going to do is create a new contract where I am going to create a factory, a catering factory in the next 10 years that will produce billions of dollars. However you want to say it, as detailed as you want, not long paragraph, at least a 1 sentence, 2 sentences, I am. Then when you speak to someone, you say, I am creating. I'm not there yet, but I am creating a factory that's going to be able to employ thousands of young men and women in the production of clothes and whatever the case may be. Fashion, whatever the case may be. Then in regards to your action, what are you going to do? You have your thought, you have your words. What's your action? How can you employ people if you don't have the practice? But you're not there yet. What is your action tomorrow? I want you all to pay attention, right? Are you paying attention? What's your action tomorrow? Stop. How can I give you that which you say you are? Because I stand here at the precipice of the universe looking down at all my creation, and you don't have a bloody clue who you are and what you want. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's a bad thing. Because if every day you're creating, you have to create from a place of purpose. You understand? You can't be, I don't know. Because that's what you're going to see in your life. I don't know. And then your life is going to give you the random occurrences of events and people that come into your life, good, bad, and ugly, and things that you will experience because you don't have a clear vision of who you are and what you wish to create. At this stage in all of your life, you should have a clear, if I mention for 5 seconds, you should be able to say, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to create, this is how I'm going to do it. Boom, boom, boom. You must get it imprinted into your brain, and you should wake up every single day with the sole purpose to create and manifest that destiny. When you are like this, then the universe is like that. Which, how can I give you that which you want if you cannot articulate it through spirit with me? Because I don't work with you through words. I work with you through vibration. Spirit energy does not understand Patois, Creole, French, English. Spirit energy understands vibration. And the vibration of wealth, and the vibration of that factory is not what you say, it's your core belief. Because when I believe I'm going to create a factory, no one is going to stop me tomorrow from getting up and doing whatever little research, whatever little education I need to do to study about building a factory. Looking at people who have built factories and look at their experiences. putting whatever little money aside to be able to go to the bank and get more to start my first brick and my first block. Because I know it's going to take 10 years. So because it's going to take 10 years, I come back 10 years to 2022, and I start to lay out the steps every single day with my choice. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go left. Because in left is, okay, I got to put aside 100,000 leons, put that aside. The next paycheck, I'm going to put aside 100,000 leons. Finally, I'm going to have $1 million. $1 million is going to turn into 10. I'm going to start my first little brick. I'm going to start with a small little this. And then in the next 18 months, I'm going to expand it to that. Then in 24 months, I'm going to expand it into that. Because I have a clear idea of my architectural drawing and my plan for my life. But I just ask you what you say that you're going to create based on knowing that you are a creator and you don't really have a clue. You see how important this is? Do you guys get how important this is? The reason why you are seeing what in your life, because you don't have a clear idea of what you want for your life. You don't have a clear, concrete definition of how to outline the steps to create your blessings. If I ask half of you all who you are and what you wish to create tomorrow, most of you all will not know. And if I ask you the steps that you need to take tomorrow to create something in the next 12 months, half of you all will not know. And because you do not know, you cannot inform spirit how to collaborate with you in the co-creation process. And since you are a creator, you're going to create. You cannot not create because you are H2O and you came from H2O. You are spirit and you came from spirit. And the essence of what spirit is a creator. Therefore, you are a creator. You're going to create. I don't care what the hell you do. In the next 10 years, you're going to create something. You're going to create not on earth, but you're going to create blessings. One way or the other. But you're going to create. But the issue with conscious creation is that you have a clear guideline, a clear vision, and clear steps of what you need to take for the next 10 years to create that factor. And your thoughts, words, and actions, those three elements of creation must be in alignment with each other, must be in correlation with each other. You cannot say, I want the factory, I'm going to have the factory, and then you wake up every single day and go to the beach. It's not in alignment. It's not in alignment. You will not create the factory. You get me? And again, brilliant young man, I don't have any doubt he's going to create whatever he says he's going to create. He needs a little bit of a push, a little bit of a help. That's why we are here. For me to show you and guide you in the direction you need to go to manifest the reality that you say you want for yourself. And you have to now put your thoughts, words, and actions by now drawing out a plan and studying that plan and researching the plan. Research everything about the industry. Research everything about what it takes to build that factory. Research everything about how to manage people, how to get the best out of people. Research everything about the equipment that you need to buy. Research how much those equipment is going to cost. Research the bank loan that you're going to need. Research the bank manager that you're going to have to work with. Everything about your industry, everything about your business, you study it. And that's why I say 10 years. It's not a trip to a gambling hall where you roll the dice and you get lucky every once in a while. This is a science. A step-by-step application over and over and over again. And you work your ass off until you see it. There's no other way about it. There's no getting down on your knees and praying and then getting back in bed and sleeping. It ain't gonna happen. What you are about to do, what you are about to manifest, takes tapping into something greater than yourself. And you have to go into meditation to reach that level of your consciousness to tell you what you came here to do. So you go into prayer, you go into meditation, and you ask, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be manifesting? What am I supposed to be creating? Some of you all may already have an idea, but some of you all may not. And when you go into meditation, for some people it could come in 5 minutes, but some people you have to sleep on it and wake up in the morning. And sometimes you have to fake it a little bit until you get there. But either way, you write down, I am going to, it has to have a date, it has to be specific, it has to be detail oriented, whereby if I came past in 10 years, I can see exactly what you asked what you were talking about. Then you'll text us. Okay? All right. And if you can, you create your vision. You create your vision. All right. Anybody got the assignment?
You all get the assignment. The assignment that we all go home.
Meditation.
Exactly. We all go meditate and then they use piece of paper where they use this for I want to plan for our plan 10 things in we for work with our thoughts, words and actions. Then 10 things in I write, 10 things we work with it. At the end of the day, when we come manifest and say in the next 10 years, this has become, or this I want for me, in fact, or the example, go to the various departments. Me not tell you, I want to be the whole 6 years where I work for me, with you, employ other people who will benefit you. They make money for you. You see the dynamics they change. For example, for meeting, not only family to this led group, just like that, at the universe, because he believes, say, it will happen. And then God try for the example in the right people. And he still communicates with the universe, say, in the next 2 to 3 years, our particular family, S.O.W, will don't turn something a big one. Also, and that's what they visualize, right? Because at the end of the day, if you move the machine from to Asabot and S.O.W, we begin to use another party. One cause the community don't benefit. Also, so forget about the own side. Then the community was not benefit because they think, we don't get something out of this somebody they can sell this small portion. Also, if they have poverty, because some of them don't want the farm, we see the farm are big, where at the end of the day, they take a lot. Now only, he don't really specify, in not to Sierra Leone. But I tell other people, they say it's in Lagos and the hometown. They go to your hometown, they go to development, he has the money, he has everything. It's suicide from what? Until he say the loss in that year, very small. No means he will loss you pay and say himself. You hope don't know, the future don't know. Just believe say you can do it. Determine and then no say, but eventually they stop Sierra Leone and say, we get a lot of distraction with the apps. Like some of Akadman is he get a similar story in this movie. He has 2 children, that was 12. 5 children, he has 5 children. He's still persisting that he wants to become someone. He's still realizing. So
I'm suffering a lot to learn this job. If I don't have helper, but I'm trying my best to persevere and to help myself for me to be perfect in the future. I'm struggling a lot.
What are you struggling with?
Struggle.
What are you struggling with?
Money, and to sometimes when you have practical, I struggle for myself and to buy the thing that I use to play up my practical. Because it's not really easy, but I try to build it up. Not for just only me, but for my future and my children in the future.
So when you say you're practical, what do you mean? Practical here, your practical work, your practical life?
Practical in school. Because I'm doing the practical, because I have to buy things, something like thread, wrapper, and machine oil, whatsoever, coupling.
Okay, so let me ask you, are you working?
Yes, I'm.
are you working?
No, I'm not working.
Okay.
But I'm doing code. In our part of work.
Take this seriously because everything that's happening to one person is happening to so many people. She just has the courage to come up here and share. All right. So what you're speaking about is about the challenges of life, being able to make your daily meal, your daily bread, and to be able to pursue your education and so on and so forth. Right? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that You want to see more money in your life. Because if you had more money in your life, that would probably solve maybe 90% of the problem. Okay? So you want to see more money in your life. How do you think you could see more money in your life? Because let me tell you, seeing more money in your life is the difference between going to bed tonight and waking up tomorrow if you are in vibrational match with money. And this is what you have to understand in this conversation. What's vibrational match?
First, if I want to see money, I have the intention first.
I understand you do have the intention to see money, but first of all, what is your relationship with money? Because money has a spirit as well. Money can run to you, money can run away from you. You must be in vibrational match with money. Money doesn't know anything other than abundance. Money doesn't understand poverty, and that's why money doesn't come to poor people. You notice that money comes to rich people who are already rich, and money doesn't come to poor people who really need it, because the poor person is thinking poor rather than thinking rich. And money is attracted to rich. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you're not in vibrational match with money. What do I mean by she's not in vibrational match with money?
She's not attracted to money.
She's not attracting money into her life.
Yeah.
Because she's not in vibrational match with money. Now, when I say vibrational match, does anybody know what I mean?
The ingoness, like the spirit with it, with the money.
Because money has a vibration.
Yeah.
You understand? Have you ever went to a club, went to a party, and this guy walks into the door? You have never seen him in your life, but vibrationally, you feel attracted to him. Has that ever happened to any one of you?
Yes, yes.
My name is Fatima N. Kamara. I learned tailoring as a seamstress.
As participant.
When this training, it don't make a difference in my life. I'm not be the sabi cut, pedal, but for now I able to do that for myself. I able to cut some different styles for me. For me myself now, I cut without not showing me nothing. I can do that for me myself now. Say you, man, as individual, if you always be yourself, if you want for me a word, if you always learn to speak a good word to yourself. You know me say if you always learn for cause yourself here, or hey, this time I'm not going to do that, and whatever thing where you people will be on they tell you. If you always think and say they just talk just because of them love you, you know one way you go like the wrong path. And that's when they try to tell me.
Well, this morning we don't learn a lot. We learn about etymology, where they tell you about changes in life, and they tell you a lot about creation. That we come off from, that we are a spirit. We come off from, and we represent as a spirit. So we need to walk like a spirit. So we don't learn a lot this morning. This one is a challenge to me now. Make I do something great in the community, in the environment, in the entire country as a whole, to bring change in the people's life. We need to tell them how to change this life. We no need for the cast blame onto God. We no need for the cast blame to people. But it depends to what we they do, and how we focus will make we bring changes. No, we know they cry to people. Now this they make another this, now this they make another this. But if we focus, we be able to make a mark in the country. We get plenty things in the country they make the country change. But we know what for apply. But this time we don't learn, we put them into practice.
My name is Allentown Kamara. I am the manager of the child welfare in this noble institution.
What's the name of this institution?
Well, the name of the institution is called the Bring Back Hope in Africa, Age Children and Agricultural Organization.
So why have you decided?
Yeah, well, actually, we partnered with this S.O.W simply because they are also embarking on agriculture. And the Bring Back Hope in Africa is Children and Agricultural Organization. As the name goes, agricultural organization. We are also doing agriculture. And in as much as the S.O.W is embarking on agriculture, we thought it fit that we are on the same field. So, and also we are working with our managers and field workers. So we thought it fit that by understanding and by being taught about what it takes to become somebody that will prosper in life, we thought it fit that this workshop can be of utmost importance in their lives. We are expecting all participants to change their mindsets because the tutor in the workshop, Dr. Biko, taught us many things, even though this was the first session. But what I learned there was our inability to survive, to achieve in life, does not based on necessarily being religious, being spiritual and the likes. We just have to believe that you can make it. You can make it. You have what it takes to make it in life, the confidence. So these are one of the things that we learned from the teachings of the workshop.
My name is Ibrahim Sori Kamara from the medical department. I'm in charge of the medical. So I'm here today to learn much about how to create. And as a creator, you are always creative to do something much better for your life and to create something more bigger than what you think. So how to focus into your mind. So we are here for the workshop to learn much about human, how to psych human being, to know much about yourself and other people, how to think much about other people, to understand much about others and to psych people to know their problems and how to solve their problems. So that I have only to advise my fellow managers and people and most of the organization and outside the organization, people to set up their mind and their goal to work more harder than always to complain much about the country and the house and all that, except to work on to what you want to achieve for you to be to yourself. And to advise everybody to become strong according to their lives.